Hi there to all of you viewers of Equinoxe Television. Thank you so much for joining us on this other edition of the news. Our major stories tonight as preparations are building up in Douala ahead of the April 17 Pontifical Mass of Pope Leo XIV at the Japoma Stadium in Douala. At the St. Peter and Paul or St. Paul Nilong Catholic Church, about 800 choristers from across the Archdiocese of Douala are multiplying rehearsals, perfecting hymns and coordinated dance steps, all those in the watchful eyes of His Grace Samuel Kleda, the Archbishop of the Douala Archdiocese. Details of that in this news edition. And the popemobile, the vehicle that has transported Catholic leaders for decades, arrived Cameroon already. That was in Yaoundé yesterday. You will discover all the details of what vehicle in which the prop will be moving through Cameroon still in this news edition. Viewers, those are our leads. Pope Leo XIV to Cameroon. That would be from Wednesday next week. The government of Cameroon says Pope Leo XIV will be received in his double capacity as the head of the State of Vatican and the head of the Roman Catholic Church. While in Cameroon, speaking in a press conference in Yaoundé, government spokesperson and communications minister René Emmanuel Sadi says Cameroon is proud to share a long and fruitful diplomatic relation with the Vatican established shortly after the independence of Cameroon. Let's now listen to him in this interview.
During his stay on Cameroon soil, Pope Leo XIV will be received in audience in his capacity as head of state of the Vatican by the President of the Republic, His Excellency Paul Biya. In addition, he will carry out various apostolic activities, including a celebration of Mass in each of the cities visited, meetings with bishops and other church leaders, as well as Catholic faithful and key players from the civil society. Let me avail myself of this opportunity to commend the excellent ties between Cameroon and the Holy See, formally established in 1966, shortly after our country's independence, and the opening of the Embassy of Cameroon to the Holy See based in Rome, thereby formalizing the bilateral and spiritual ties between the two states and their respective national communities. Moreover, it is important to note that prior to that date, Cameroon had already been represented at the opening of the Second Vatican Council in 1962. Other outstanding facts. In 1995, during his visit to Cameroon, Pope John Paul II chose Yaoundé as the venue to sign and promulgate the Apostolic Exhortation Ecclesia in Africa, a document resulting from the first synods of bishops for Africa, which, among other things, consecrates the reading of the gospel in Africa cultures so that Africans may both be, I quote, true Christians and true African, end of quote. In 2009, Pope Benedict XVI, during his first trip to Africa, which also brought him to Cameroon, presented in Yaoundé the Instrumentum Laboris of the Second Synod of Bishops for Africa, entitled The Church in Africa at the Service of Reconciliation, Justice, and Peace. By such an act at the time, the Catholic Church already affirmed Cameroon as a center of gravity for ecclesiastical reflection on the African continent.
That was Rene Emmanuel Sadi speaking in Yaoundé. Meanwhile, in Douala, in a just ended press conference, the conference just ended a while ago, His Grace Samuel Kleda, who is the Archbishop of the Douala Archdiocese, gave directives on how the Pope will be received in Douala. We will be bringing to you details in subsequent news editions. And intense preparations are building up in Douala still ahead of the April 17th Papal Mass of Pope Leo XIV at Japoma. We told you at the St. Paul Nilong Catholic Church, about 800 choristers from across the Archdiocese of Douala are intensifying rehearsals, perfecting hymns, and coordinated dance steps, guided all by the Archbishop, His Grace Samuel Kleda. The faithful are combining spiritual readiness with musical precision as excitement mounts for the Pope's historic apostolic visit to Cameroon, especially in Douala. Innocent Aze witnessed the general rehearsals and compiled this report for the news.
St. Paul Nilong Catholic Church in Douala has become the epicenter and point of convergence for over 800 choristers drawn from across the Archdiocese of Douala as they intensify preparations ahead of Pope Leo XIV's Papal Mass scheduled for April 17th at Japoma.
The choir is the place where God exists. They sing for the glory of God. And the Pope cannot be coming without such a choir coming together, imitating the angels of heaven to talk about God, worship him so that Cameroon should be lifted up. God is the greatest king. And if it is his envoy or ambassador is coming, the choir need to be there.
As the day draws closer, rehearsals are gaining intensity with every session focused on precision and harmony.
We have here 2 times a week, and one repetition can last around 4 hours, 4 to 6 hours a day. We are now at the last step of preparation. Next week, we will start this preparation inside the place, inside the stadium, with the choir and other actors of Holy Liturgy.
Inspired by the Holy Father's visit, the choristers are making significant sacrifices, dedicating their time and energy to a common goal while overcoming challenges and maintaining balance.
Singing, knowing fully well that I'm expecting to see a Pope, to see Pope himself. When I'm singing, it's like I'm seeing God himself. So it's really so joy. There's so much joy in me as a chorister. That is the height of enjoying my music, my choir, singing, like calling the angels in heaven. It's like we are singing together.
Children of the Archdiocese are equally engaged, enthusiastically perfecting culturally rich dance routines that will add color to the celebration.
We are here to dance traditional dance. Just dancing for the Pope. It is going very well. I master all the dance steps. I'm feeling very happy as the Pope is coming. It will be my first time to see the Pope. I'm ready to receive the Pope.
On a se préparé pour les activités comme danse, macoune, la danse de Bamileke. Bon, c'est pas facile, mais il faut encore des performances encore. Oui, assez un peu près.
Ça se passe très bien, on nous enseigne très bien. Au-delà de ma première messe, c'était, comment dire, excellent.
C'est les enfants et justement, c'est pas facile, mais ils apprennent plus vite que tout le monde.
They may be children, but they learn so fast. This is just our second session, but they are good.
Quand les répétitions, c'est la deuxième qu'on fait ensemble. Vous allez vous rendre compte que même pour des enfants,
even those who are non-natives of the different traditional dances have learned.
Et ça, c'est la grâce que nous avons avec les enfants. Ils apprennent vite, ils sont dociles. Et donc, nous savons que d'ici à là, ils seront prêts.
Their participation in this historic event remains invaluable and deeply symbolic.
And they have a special role. When the Gloria will be sung, they will be manifesting, singing, and to show that angels are there. You will see they are exercising, the wonders, the movement of the liturgy. The body and soul will move.
On the technical front, instrumentalists are faced with the demanding task of aligning musical beats seamlessly with choral renditions, leaving no margin for error.
On travaille environ 3 fois par semaine.
We rehearse 3 times a day since a month now. The work is intense because there are a lot of logistics to put in place.
C'est une grande première. On aura près de 20 instrumentistes, environ 13 balafons, les tam-tams, les tambours. C'est un travail costaud.
The pressure is too much, but we are privileged to welcome the Pope.
Pour nous, de vivre cet événement aussi grandiose.
Coordinating such a large assembly of choristers and children while ensuring discipline and cohesion for a flawless outcome remains a daunting task.
Nous sommes dans un cadre de bénévolat.
Choristers face diverse challenges that cause them to arrive late for rehearsals.
Et les embouteillages.
But we are coping by the grace of God.
Le temps d'avoir la permission là où ils travaillent, tout ça, mais grâce à Dieu, ça se passe si bien.
Avec la flamme, les gens ont envie, tellement envie de voir.
A lot of disorder because everyone, both the choristers and children, want the first seat or line in order to see the Pope. It is not easy to manage this alone, but everything is under control.
C'est bien, mais c'est pas du tout facile. Que ce soit avec les enfants ou bien avec les grandes personnes, c'est pareil. Tout le monde veut voir le pape. Tout le monde a envie de voir le pape.
Nevertheless, efforts are being intensified at all levels to achieve excellence. His Grace Samuel Kleder, Archbishop of the Douala Archdiocese, was present to supervise and assess the rehearsals, offering guidance and adjustments where necessary. As preparations move from St. Paul Nilong to Japoma, the pursuit of perfection remains the ultimate goal.
Thank you so much, Innocent Aze. And still on the apostolic visit of the Holy Father to Cameroon, now get ready for a unique ride. We're about to take you on a journey through the fascinating world of the popemobile, the iconic vehicle that's transported Catholic leaders in style and safety for decades now. From its humble beginnings to its cutting-edge electric future, we'll explore the history, tech, and also trivia behind this beloved pontifical ride. For me, I'm John Sander.
Decades, the Pope's vehicle, affectionately known as the popemobile, has been a symbol of pontiff's travel, blending security, visibility, and comfort. From humble beginnings to cutting-edge technology, the popemobile has evolved significantly over the years. The first popemobile was introduced in 1930 when Pope Pius XI received a customized Mercedes-Benz Nebreg 460. Prior to this, popes were carried in the sedia gastatoria, a ceremonial throne borne by 12 attendants. The 1981 assassination attempt on Pope John Paul II led to a major overhaul of the vehicle's design, incorporating bulletproof glass and reinforced armor. A modern popemobile is a high-end SUV modified for safety, visibility, and comfort. Key features include a bulletproof glass and reinforced armor plating, active cool air conditioning, and emergency oxygen supply. Vatican City license plate starting with SCV, which is the Status Civitas Vaticana. Different popes have used various vehicles reflecting their era and style. Pope John Paul II used a coveted Leyland DAF truck and a white open-air Jeep. Pope Benedict XVI used a custom Mercedes-Benz M-Class with hybrid powertrain option. Pope Francis, on his part, preferred an open-air vehicle using a Fiat Campanula and a Jeep Wrangler. In 2024, the Vatican introduced its first fully electric popemobile, a modified Mercedes-Benz G580 EQ, that is G-Wagon. The vehicle features a quad motor electric powertrain, swiveling papal chair, and a removable canopy. The Vatican aims to convert its entire fleet to a zero-emission vehicle by 2030, aligning with Pope Francis' environmental message.
Thank you for me. What an exciting moment the presence of the Pope is going to be to Cameroonians. Now we talk something else. Here in Douala, residents of the BP City neighborhood and several other localities in economic capital say they have been suffering from water shortage for a long time now, a situation they say have left them with no other choice than drink water from wells and other doubtful sources. Cedric Chakutio reports.
In Douala, as in other cities in Cameroon, citizens regularly face a serious problem with the supply of potable water. In BP Cité, in the Douala 5 subdivision, Olive, unlike her neighbors, are raising concerns on this situation.
Depuis mon aménagement ici, ça n'a jamais été facile avec l'eau.
Non, ça fait même 5 ans. On n'a pas pu gérer l'immeuble, c'est avec la SNEC.
Il n'y a pas d'eau dans le quartier, ça fait pratiquement.
There is no water in the neighborhood for almost 3 weeks now. We are struggling to meet with our basic needs, though it's not easy. It's incredibly difficult. Water is considered essential for life. We need it in our homes, but unfortunately we don't have it.
3 semaines déjà ici à Mobile Guinness.
5 ans.
We've had water problems for 5 years, and the worst part of it is that we still receive bills, but we don't know on what base we receive these bills.
On ne sait pas pourquoi.
When the precious liquid does not flow from the taps, the inhabitants get their water from one of the 2 springs in the neighborhood. Since the water company abandoned us, we've been forced to fetch water from the well, which is very risky for our health, but we have no other choice.
Nous avons obtenu une solution.
We found a solution that helps us for the time being. We use buckets and jerry cans to fetch water from the well every weekend. From now, it helps us.
Chaque week-end, on se retrouve à puiser l'eau, à payer même pour gérer la semaine avec.
Residents are now waiting for solutions from the government, most particularly from the enterprise in charge of the distribution of potable water.
And now to the southwest region, a huge quantity of energy drinks has been seized in Kumba. This was during an operation led by the delegates for trade for the Meme Division, Janet Boko, in collaboration with forces of law and order. The operation was ordered by the governor of the southwest region, Bernard Okalabila. It falls in line with the high rate of criminality and insecurity, plus juvenile delinquency of youths in the southwest region. Sumanji Kangibre with more.
There were a variety of energy drinks that were seized during an operation that was led by the delegate of trade for Meme in collaboration with the forces of law and order. The first day of this operation wasn't an easy one for the team led by the delegate of trade, Meme Division.
Business people being whom they are, by the time we got to the first area, they already communicated the order, so we didn't get much. They didn't expect us today morning. So we went today, just one portion of the town. We got the stock that we have in front of us right now. So we're able to get a number of them, even more than the list that the governor even put in place, which are the same family.
Notwithstanding the fact that many traders had a warning about this operation, a better quantity was taken by the officials.
We got about 127 pallets of wake up, 15 cartons of bullets, 3 cartons of bullets in sachets, Odogu bitters, 30 cartons, action bitters, 2 cartons and 20 packets, Cocoa Samba, 1 carton, 12 bottles, Oga Beg, 15 bottles, Fire, 7 bottles, and Chelsea, 15 sachets.
During the presentation of the energy drinks seized to the senior divisional officer of Meme, the civil administrator confirmed that the seized products will be destroyed.
It is going to be destroyed according to the instruction that came from the governor of Southwest region. It's just the beginning. Be reassured, in the nearest future, we are going to see very, very serious quantity of those materials that are destroying our values.
In our tour to the main market in Kumba, the unwanted energy drinks weren't found on the stands in most of the stores we visited. The operation to wipe away the energy drinks is an initiative of the governor of the Southwest region, who say it will be a way to stop the high rate of criminality in the Southwest region and reduce the rate of juvenile delinquency.
Thank you, Smart, and our viewers. For some reasons beyond our control, we won't be having talking points tonight. That was what we put together for you this evening on the news in the English language. Thank you so much for always being with us, viewers. Our program this evening continues with Sajala, who will be with you at 7 p.m. for Equinoxe, and Irish Gonomala will be in the studio for the news in the French language. That would be at 8 p.m. Stay with us on Equinoxe Television, and God willing, see you again tomorrow, same time. For now, bye-bye from us.